Scotland, a country with so much passion for the sport of football, but this passion has not translated to success on the global stage. The 39th ranked nation in the world, they haven't made the World Cup since 1998, and in their 8 World Cup appearances, they've never made it out of the group stages. But today, I'm changing the trajectory of Scottish football. The people of Scotland deserve glory. Today, we make Scotland the world's best footballing nation. So this is my game plan. I have taken over as the manager at Celtic purely for no other reason besides their financial pull and their star power. I'm going to be cleaning out this Celtic side so it is only Scottish players. I plan on having a mix of some superstar Scottish players, but mostly young players that we can develop into future Scottish superstars. This will range from guys that I believe have untapped potential, and I'm also going to be using the Youth Academy to help develop players at positions where there's not incredible talents coming through. So I'm starting that now. I'm releasing every player from the Youth Academy that is not from Scotland, which is only this guy, Lucas Milligan, who actually looks like a half decent prospect. So you know what? I'm going to promote him to the senior team and throw him straight up on the loan list. But yeah, every man who is not a Scotsman or who is an older Scotsman like Scott Bain, I'm going to be cleaning out of the squad. Let the fun begin. So there are 2 types of caliber of player that I'm going to be signing for this squad. The first is the Elliot Anderson caliber, the type of players that are decent to start with. They have half decent potential, but I want to use dynamic player potential to bump them up 3 or 4 potential points. I believe Elliot Anderson's potential right now is 82. If we can get him bumped up to an 85, 86 over the years, that would be perfect. And the second type is the Dylan Smiths. Young, untapped, raw potential, sitting in the mid 70s, 59 overall, someone who could be an absolute stud and has a lot of time on his side, but it's going to take some serious work to get them up there. Dylan Smith joining us from Ross County. And I said earlier that I want to get the Youth Academy absolutely firing. Gonna hire Lucas Chalmers here. Immediately, we're going to send him to Scotland, and for the next 3 months, we're going to be looking for goalkeeper prospects. Because when you look at goalkeeper prospects, there's nobody insane coming through, and the highest potential goalkeeper in the game from Scotland is Angus Gunn, who's already 27 and only has a potential of 75. And I'm not going to show you every single transfer of players leaving in this video, but I'll show you the first, and that is for Iwata heading to Heidenheim, £3 million into him. I plan on reinvesting every single pound we get for the players we sell. In an ideal world, we have an entire squad full, and it's basically a production line. We have our starting 11, our bench, and maybe 1 or 2 reserves in the active squad, and then every other player is a young prospect that we can loan out to every corner of the world. If they start to drop off a little bit, sell them on a permanent transfer, see if they can flourish elsewhere. Because right now, there is a couple hundred Scottish players in the game. I want to have a universe where there's close to a couple thousand. And the striker position is also somewhere where we might have to make some changes in the future. There's no insane prospects coming through, but for the time being, I want to see if we can make Tommy Conway that guy. But it's probably time now for us to take over as the manager of the Scottish national team. And as we take over, this is what the starting 11 looks like. Of course, there are some quality players. You've got John McGinn. You've got Callum McGregor, who plays with us here at Celtic. Scott McTominay. Andy Robertson. There are some good prospects and good talents in this side, but a lot of them are already in the prime of their career. This team wouldn't win a World Cup as it is, but a lot of these guys are on the back end of their careers, so we need the next generation to come through and be absolutely ridiculous. 2-year loan move though for Lucas Milligan. I'm very interested to see how he comes back. Had to bring Lewis Ferguson into the club though, had to get him into this squad and turn him into, he falls into Elliot Anderson category, 78 overall, 23 years of age. He's almost a superstar at this point, and I don't want our Celtic team to just absolutely tank it and finish last every year. We have to be competitive because that's going to benefit our younger, lower rated players so much more. Selling someone like a Matt O'Reilly is going to help us finance so many players. Our budget right now is looking insane after all these departures. We've had a couple of departures in the 10-15 mil range, but getting 28 mil for O'Reilly is crazy. I will say I am in the mood to experiment a little bit with certain positions, so we're going to sign the left back here, Josh Doig, but I'm not going to be playing him at left back. Scottish football has a serious lack of left mid / left wing talent coming through, and it does have left mid as one of his potential positions. I'm curious. I think it might take probably a year or so to convert him there, but I'm going to be playing. Oh, it's only 4 weeks. Perfect. I'm going to convert Josh to a left midfielder and make him our left midfielder midfielder of the future. Also going for a new right back here, falls under the Elliot Anderson category. 82 potential here for Aaron Hickey. He's going to enter the club as our brand new starting right back. We lost the Canadian Alistair Johnson. Hickey's in. And to play at the right wing role, we're going to get Ben Dokia from Liverpool. 17-year-old Scotsman, 64 overall. He is Scotland's highest potential talent. With a potential of 85, I want to see if we can get that up to the 90s. I want to nurture him and make him not only one of Scotland's best players, but the world's best players. We've got our first scouting report back here for the goalkeeper position. And yeah, this guy, Rory Maxwell, 15 years of age. I'm very curious to see what his overall sitting at. But honestly, if you've got half decent potential or overall at this stage, I'm going to sign you and promote you. But we'll have to get a little more cutthroat as the video goes on and we start to get decent prospects through. Rory Maxwell's already 65. We've hit the jackpot off the jump at the goalkeeper position. All right, I might give it one more month and then go for a new position because we might have already found our goalkeeper of the future. We're going to have to wait a year or two though before we can even promote him to the senior squad. The 4 weeks have come through here though. Doig is now a left midfielder. He stays at 74, but he's officially a left midfielder. But that is the transfer window done here. I have sold so many players and this is now what our starting 11 looks like with Celtic. There are still some players in the squad that are not Scottish and they will be cleaned out over the years, but we've got the perfect mix of players that are ready and decent now to compete, and players like Kelly, Smith, Dullock, even Conway to an extent that we're going to have to nurture and grow. But we're getting right into our first games as Scottish manager. We've got the Euro qualifiers. Of course, Scotland have qualified for Euro 2024 in real life. Cannot wait to see that tournament this month. But Scotland in this universe are top of their qualifying group. We've got Croatia though, in what I believe is the final game of qualifying for Euro 2024. So it's a pretty high octane start to life as Scottish manager. But here goes nothing. A pretty odd formation that we're rocking, but we're trying to get as high a starting 11 in as possible. Away against Croatia, and it's a 2-2 draw. Ferguson might have just rescued us and booked us qualification in the last minutes. And unless there's any games that I don't know coming up, I believe we have qualified for Euro 2024. But until then, we're going to focus on building up for the next generation. We do get our monthly scouting report in here for goalkeeper. This guy looks decent. Jack Malcolm, all right. Yeah. All right, I'm bringing this guy in as Lucas Douglas. All right, that's it for me at the goalkeeper role. I mean, what's old mate that we just signed? 65 and 61. Yeah, we've got enough prospects here to see how they go for now. I'm bringing Lucas Chalmers back. In fact, we're going to hire a five-star scout here. You probably saw we have a budget of 69 million because we sold so many players. So we're getting ourselves a five-star scout. I'm going to send him to Scotland here for the next 9 months. We're going to throw it on attacker and see if we can get some great attacking prospects for the future of Scotland. And I will update you guys if we come across anybody insane. We're here in January. We've got some okay players in the youth academy with Scotland, but nobody that stands out. I'm banking on a lot of guys here with potential. In fact, this guy, Kirk, yeah, his potential's gone down. He's out of here. But just about everybody that is eligible, I'm going to promote to the senior team and immediately try getting them a loan here in January. Lucas Douglas, goalkeeper, can get him up as well. All the 16-year-olds, perfect. Get them out on loan straight away. A lot of guys that we're going to have to bide their time. Rory Maxwell, I can't wait till you're 16 and we can get you into the starting 11. So we ended up finishing 4th after the championship group with Celtic, which is fine by me. I did not expect the team that we've built to win the Scottish Premiership this year. I don't even think that's the goal really, because we're going to be chopping and changing so much. Nor did we win the Scottish Cup. For me, the biggest thing for the job at Celtic isn't about winning trophies. It is about the performances and the growth. So I see this and I'm really happy. Ferguson and Anderson, I'm not surprised to see them crushing it. Conway, he goes up +5, which is incredible, but I wanted more goals. I want him to get infected by dynamic player potential. But all around the board, the players we loaned out are starting to do well, but it's going to take a while to get things kicking. But yeah, we're going to keep on cleaning out the side. At the end of this season, though, we are going to be saying goodbye to Joe Hart, who is retiring. But it is now time for Euro 2024. We did qualify. This is our group. Of course, it's not going to be the exact same as real life because we had the last round of qualifiers in there, but we've been grouped into Group A with the Netherlands, Denmark, and Wales. Obviously, the goal is not to win Euro 2026 to end the video. We want to win a World Cup, but if we could go deep into the Euros this year or even get out of the group for the first time in the nation's history, that would be absolutely incredible and give us a lot more hope moving into the USA 2026 World Cup. First game of the group stages is against Denmark here. Can we get Euro 2024 off to a good start? Yes, we do. Shankland misses a penalty, but it doesn't matter because he ends up getting us the winner anyways. Match day number 2, close in region. It is Wales. Can we get this? Would basically get us through to the knockout rounds of Euro 2024 if we did win, which we do. Oh my god, maybe the 2026 World Cup is gonna work out for us. I will say this is the toughest matchup of the group stages though. We've got the Netherlands, the final game, to go undefeated in the group stages. We do not. We are brought back down to earth as we lose 2-0 to the Netherlands. And with that, that's gonna bring out season number 1 to an end. Let's crack on, hopefully to the knockout rounds of Euro 2024 and beyond as we build out Scotland. Straight into the quarterfinals here of Euro 2024 in season number 2, and we've got the team that finished above us in qualifiers, Spain. And whilst we are in the Euros, I'm trying to get some loan moves done and a lot of moves done in this window with Celtic. Here goes nothing though, fellas. Quarterfinals, Euro 2024 against Spain, and we are out. We've gone out at the hands of an Alvaro Morata brace. That is brutal, but our Euro 2024 run comes to a conclusion. All eyes now turn to the 2026 North America World Cup. Tommy Conway looks like he's turning into a decent prospect, though Juventus want him. He's staying here though. I don't plan on making too many signings off the open market though this season. One that we had to do though, Leon King, center back. We need to get the center back role sorted. There's like the midfield. I don't think I'll have to touch the center midfield role this entire video because there is so much talent coming through. But the center back again has me a little worried. There's some decent prospects, but I really want to make sure we harness them. Leon King, I know he used to play for Rangers. This is not an old firm derby. This is not going to be realistic in terms of signing players for rival clubs. I could care less about the Celtic Rangers rivalry right now. This is for the greater good of Scottish football. We do have this young goalkeeper though, Jack Malcolm, on our books right now. I'm going to give him the starting goalkeeper spot. But don't think I've forgotten about my boy Rory Maxwell. I cannot wait to get him into the squad. We did have a lot of non-Scottish players come back from loan moves last year. I'm working on getting all of them out. Marco Tillian, my Australian, he's off on a permanent transfer. King and Smith are going to be my guys at the centre back role though permanently. So we're going to say goodbye to 24-year-old Stephen Welsh. He's still in contention. Like, just because I sell somebody from this Celtic squad doesn't mean I'm discounting them from the Scottish national team. There's still an opportunity for Welsh. I just want to focus on developing other players. Like, for certain players, getting sold from this side is almost a compliment. I can definitely see myself selling Lewis Ferguson in the next year or two as a sign that I don't think we need to develop him that much anymore. I think a lot of the top players here are going to be leaving in the next couple of years because we've already done our job and built their foundations. I know I said that Leon King was going to be my only permanent signing of the transfer window, but how else do I tell you? But I lied. I didn't realize I was lying at the time, but we're going to sign Lennon Miller here. £2.2 million to bring him across from Motherwell. I wish I would have shown you guys when I pressed the button, but I didn't expect this to happen. Riley McGregor, who was a centre back, I think he was, or a right back. I converted him to a left midfielder. It took him up 13 overall from 47 to 60. We're going to have to keep an eye on this guy. Oh, and I've just realized Rory Maxwell is now 16 years of age, 67. Oh, do I leave him here for another half a season? No, I'm going to promote him in right now and get him in the starting role. I'm sorry, Malcolm. I know I told you you'd be the starting keeper this year, but Maxwell's ready. I'm throwing you on the loan list. So we've sold so many players and loaned so many that now we have no reserves. I've gone a little too overboard with it all. But our starting 11's in a really good spot. We've got the players like Miller, King, Smith, Doak, even Maxwell that we need to grow and we need to develop. But then you've got the anchors of the squad, the Fergusons, Fergusons, the Andersons, the Hickeys, the Taylors, all these guys in the high 70s, low 80s are the anchors keeping us together. But we're at the point now where we've got products coming through in every position. If we have to change our goals moving forward, we will. But for the rest of the season, the next 9 months, I'm just going to be scouting overall in Scotland and see what we can get back. I'm so curious to see how Rory Maxwell performs though. Big pressure on this kid. We've found this guy here, Alistair Moffat, who I'm bringing in. I'm going to promote all three of these. Actually, I'm not going to promote Richie. I want to see if he can get some growth here, just biding his time. Hopefully he doesn't leave. But Alistair Moffat, I'm converting into a centre back. Patrick Bell into a striker. I want to get these guys into this squad. And I'm also going to use this opportunity to release Liam Shaw. I accepted so many transfer offers for him. They fell apart, so we're going to say goodbye to the Englishman. And that now means our entire squad is Scottish, lads. You'll love to see it. And from a Scottish national team perspective, it looks like a lot of our fixtures this year are international friendlies. If we have any World Cup qualifiers or anything that needs to be brought to your attention, I'll let you guys know. Finally converted Moffat into a centre back here. And yeah, 17 years of age, 68 versus Dylan Smith, who's progressing nicely, but is 18 and 63. Alistair Moffat is my goal. I'm putting him into the centre back role. Him and Leon King, I'm hoping they can be the future of Scottish defence. I've already made my mind up for next year though. Lewis Ferguson, I'm going to sell him on. He's 85 rated. He's 25. He's going to be ready to go for the 2026 and the 2030 World Cups. So the big thing that I want to start working on behind the scenes now is getting an attacking midfielder that can come in. Right now, Ian Duff is the guy that I plan on having in next year at the attacking midfielder role. We've got some other guys off on loan, but we've also got some attacking midfielders in the youth academy here. Now, Ben McPherson's an interesting one. 63 at age 16, but his potential is only 65 to 69, which I do not get. I'm going to promote him, try getting a loan, but that's just an odd one. We might have to manually try bumping him up ourselves. But Ewan Ritchie and Rory Boyle both have better potential, especially Ewan Ritchie, but he's 18 and 55 overall. Sometimes it just makes no sense, and I don't think I'll fully understand the youth academy, but Ritchie, Boyle, and Mackay, who's looking half decent, I'm going to promote all of them to the senior team and try getting them a move here in January. I'm also going to promote Dave Brown here, try getting him a move. Again, if players don't work out, they don't work out. I'll probably look to move on a lot of players next year, though, once they get back from their loan moves. This is a reminder to not get too attached to anybody in this video, because there's a fair chance I'm going to ship their ass off somewhere else, put them all around the world. Here we are at the end of season 2, though. We finished second in the Scottish League with Celtic. We lost the Scottish Cup final, and we lost the Conference League final. I know I said last year that winning the trophies wasn't the biggest deal here, but man, that is cruel. We are second in every competition we've competed in. And from a national team perspective, yeah, we only ended up having the friendlies, but the stats are looking good. 54, like going to the final in every tournament means we got the most out of this season. 24 goals for Conway, 33 goal contributions for Lewis Ferguson, who I'm definitely selling next year. Doig, the experiment at left mid's working out well. Even this guy, Patrick Bell, I'm genuinely tempted to sell Tommy Conway and give 17-year-old, 67 overall Patrick Bell the keys at the striker role. Man, this team is coming together nicely. We have got something beautiful brewing. Let's go see how the overall development of the lone players worked out. Although before that, I want to see the attacking midfield role. McPherson stays there. I mean, we've got some guys getting some good growth, but yeah, Ian Duff, he's going to be my guy at center attacking midfield next season. Some good growth from the lads, but 13 for Bear. Oh, that's right. I converted him, didn't I? I was like, how the hell have I pulled off 13 growth? This is crazy, man. At the striker role, Rory Maxwell did incredibly. Malcolm did great as well, man. We have set Milligan, the guy who started in our youth academy. We have got ourselves a great foundation built here. King up to a 72 frame. Smith. Yeah, all right, we're gonna have some moves to make next year and get some young prospects in at other positions, but I'm feeling really excited about the future. The youth academy and real life players aren't the only way we can build up Scottish football. Free agents and regens can be a really good tool. We're gonna go out and sign 3 right now, hopefully 4 down the line, but a centre back Riley Anderson, a centre midfielder Alistair Mackey, and a left back Oliver McLeod. all three of these guys joining the squad, and no real surprise, I'm going to look to get them a loan move. But I think it's time for us to try building up the left back position. Greg Taylor, he's off for his next chapter. We've sold him permanently to PSV. And we got our fourth guy, Reece Robertson, 16 years of age, 62. We'll see what this kid's all about. I'm not afraid to let our youth academy players walk though. Oliver Jones was a youth academy product. I'm going to sell him permanently. And well, there it is. Lewis Ferguson is going under the tutelage of Ange Postecoglou, former Celtic manager as it is, as he heads to Tottenham for 111 million pounds. Money doesn't matter that much to us right now, but that's a crazy fee. I look forward to using Lewis Ferguson on international duty. Now, if this was a normal Celtic rebuild, I would not be selling Callum McGregor, but for the purposes of this video, we are going to be doing just that. He heads to Napoli. From a youth academy perspective this year though, we are looking only for left backs. We lost Taylor. We really don't have the next Andy Robertson coming through, so let's try finding him this year. I mean, things are definitely looking a little more bleak at the attacking midfield role without Lewis Ferguson, but I'm excited to see what Duff can do this year. We've kind of gone back to square one with a lot of the squad. Anderson and Conway now are two highest rated players. Wait, no, sorry, Josh Doig's up there. Honestly, he might have to leave next year. I might make a rule where if you hit 85, you're going to get shipped out. But with the 2026 World Cup approaching at the end of the season, I'm hoping for a miracle run. But something I'm also hoping for is for the next generation of left back to be discovered. And also something I'm hoping for is for you guys to hit the subscribe button down below if you are new around here. Too smooth, too smooth. But if you enjoy this content and you're not subscribed, make sure you Scorpion kick that subscribe button down below. All right, over the past few months, I have brought a million different left backs into the academy. Some of them I'm gonna have to cut, some of them I'm gonna leave, but the one that stands out the most is this fella, man bun himself, Reece Gordon. 71 to 94 potential, 68 overall at 17 years of age. Get this man into the starting 11 immediately. And then this guy, John McMillan, he's a decent prospect as well. I'm gonna try getting him a loan move. But to clear up that starting left back role, we have sold Adam Montgomery. At the start of the January window, he's heading off to Turkey. But it is time for the 2026 North America World Cup, and I'm selecting our Scottish side. Rory Maxwell, the wonder kid, is going to be starting in between the sticks. We've got Angus Gunn as the backup, Xander Clark as the third string. Robertson still around. Hickey, though, our left back and right back looking good. Tierney as a backup option. Taylor as a backup option. Centre backs where we're probably at our weakest, though. We've got King in here, but the rest of the guys are the old guard. Jack Hendry debating, although I don't know who I'm going to start, but Leon King is the man of the future at the centre back role. Lewis Ferguson, in the year that we sold him to Tottenham, has gone up to a 90 overall. Josh Doig into the starting 11. John McGinn still there with Callum McGregor and Elliot Anderson. The midfield is looking strong. Andy Irving gets himself into the starting 11. Lewis Morgan from the New York Red Bulls there. Conway, Tommy Conway. Oh, this dude's a beast. 83 rated. Doig in there as well. Ryan Gold, the former Wonder Kid. Lauren Shankland, that is going to round out the squad. Tough gig not to have Lennon Miller in there and a bunch of the guys you can see above my head there, but that is our 2026 World Cup squad. But before we get into the World Cup, we're going to look at how we went with Celtic this year. 34 goals for Tommy Conway. Honestly think I'm going to sell him next year. Same with Josh Doig. Ben Doak, a great year for him. He really needed that one. Elliot Anderson coming up strong as well. I'll keep him for a little while. Same with Lennon Miller, but these guys making good progress. Ian Duff only up to a 70 overall, but +3 is still half decent growth. I mean, we've got some decent... Richie goes up to a 66. Our midfield is coming along nice with the young fellas. How did the striker go? What's his name? I mean, Brown's done well. Bell. Patrick Bell. Yeah, I'm going to put him at the striker role next year and sell Conway on. Maxwell up to a 76 as we saw. Malcolm up to a 71. Milligan up to a 72. Man, we're looking good all around the board. Reece Gordon up to a 70. Alistair Moffat up to a 71. The centre-back roles where we really are going to have to improve if we don't win the World Cup this year, though. But this is how our national squad is looking for Scotland. This is my starting 11. Ferguson is the man, the main man in here. Robertson at the left-back role. Doig in there. I've got Anderson and McGinn in the centre midfield role. Backline is unconventional. We got Robertson. My two centre-backs are Kieran Tierney and Scott McTominay with Hickey at right back. I'm not sure if this is going to be our downfall, though. The bench is is looking strong, and the reserves, of course. I'm going to put Gunning actually ahead of Clark, but the reserves looking decent as well. We've got a lot of options in a lot of areas. Not a good group, though. Not a good group. Group F. We've got Argentina and Portugal in our group, along with Hungary. This is going to have to take a minor miracle for us to get into the knockout rounds for the first time in Scottish football history. And we start our 2026 World Cup adventure here against Argentina in the United States, taking on Argentina. We get the win! Ferguson! Oh my, that is huge. That is huge. I mean, they've got a decent side here, but we come out with a 1-0 win over Argentina. What a start to the 2026 World Cup. Imagine if we could get 2-0 start here. We've got Portugal. Here we go. Taking on Portugal. 2026 World Cup, and it is a draw. Rafael Leao, they're going to go for them. McTominay and Conway. Conway gets the late equalizer there. We have everything still to fight for as we take on Hungary in our final group stage game. Oh my god, that just puts so much more pressure onto it. Argentina and Hungary are tied on points. Hungary beat Portugal. All right, we need to win here because we could if Hungary win and Argentina win, we could very easily get knocked out of the group here. All right, here we go, fellas. To get Scotland, our destiny's in our control. A win gets us into the knockout rounds for the first time in Scottish football history. Ferguson, the main man, Lewis Ferguson, bags a brace along with an 86th minute winner. And Scotland, maybe we are the real deal here in 2026. But we're going to have to wait until season 4 to find out the answer. Into the World Cup round of 16 we go, and we have got one of the host nations of this World Cup, Mexico. Also, one thing I needed to point out with our group, Argentina finished bottom. Portugal come through with us. Argentina bottom of the group F is wild. I can only assume that we are traveling to Mexico City or Monterrey or one of the cities in Mexico hosting games here for the World Cup. Although maybe that doesn't matter once we get to the knockout rounds. Anyways, we've got Mexico in their home World Cup, round of 16. This is already the furthest Scotland has made it in an international tournament. Can we go further? Yes, we can. Oh my god, McTominay and Anderson, we're alive here, fellas. We are alive. Germany in the quarterfinals. Ireland beat England. Oh my god, I just noticed that. But anyways, quarterfinals, we're versing Germany. But we're gonna have to do it without Kieran Tierney, who is suspended. McKenna comes into the starting 11. It has been a near miracle run so far, but this is our biggest challenge to date. Germany, World Cup, quarterfinals with Scotland. We are out. Germany have turned it on in the second half. McKenna gave us the equalizer, but then McTominay gets injured. Nicolas Sula and Jonathan Tah, the German center halves, are gonna eliminate Scotland in the World Cup quarterfinals. That one hurts, man. That one hurts. And the Netherlands end up beating Spain to win the 2026 World Cup. They get their revenge after the 2010 World Cup final. But with that, we now turn our full attention towards going all the way in 2030. We're giving the keys to the castle to Patrick Bell here. 19 years of age, 74 overall. The striker, spot is yours, mate. Tommy Conway ain't the only big name leaving, though. It's time to get the next generation of right back. Aaron Hickey heading to Bayern Munich. Anthony Ralston heading to Brighton. And the left back, Josh Doig, is heading to Manchester City right now, ladies and gentlemen. 74 mil, which is a bargain for them. But I'm hoping he can just go to the next level under Pep or whoever's the manager. So for me, the plan right now, Jack Baird, he looks like a decent prospect. I've converted him to a right back, which only gets him 58, but I'm going to give him the starting right back role. Why not? So we're really going back to square one here. Logan comes in, Baird comes in, Duff's still at the attacking midfield role. The only real anchors from the start are Doig, Anderson, and Miller. But I mean, we're going to need the players to step up here and get some serious growth. The next generation coming through. Qualification has also begun for Euro 2028, and honestly, our qualifying group is pretty damn tough. There is not a single easy game on the calendar here, and with England and Italy in there, we're gonna have to work our off if we want to play in Euro 2028. But I'll keep you guys up to date with how that goes. Here we are at the end of the 4th season. I'm glad that I ended up moving on with the strikers, because not only the striker, Patrick Bell bagged himself 39 goal contributions up to an 81. Ian Duff, 25 contributions up to a 76. Ben's crushing it. Logan's crushing it. This is going better than expected. Alistair Moffat up to a 76. Oh my God, lads. I am very happy with life right now. And with 2 games remaining though in European qualifiers, things are neck and neck in this. Wales are basically eliminated, but it is anybody else's ball game. I'll let you guys know at the end of qualifying how that goes. Again, not that it matters too much, but we did win the Scottish Championship. The Scottish Premiership is coming to Celtic. No losses in the Championship group, 5 losses. We really pulled away from Rangers in that second stage. But I am going to let the contract of Riley Watt expire. I think I'm going to really start cleaning out some of our young players as we continue to get more younger players in and really cut away the fat, send players to the other side of the world, send them to other clubs and give them fresh opportunities. I'm starting off this year selling some players for different reasons though. Somebody like Jack Malcolm, 75 rated, 19-year-old goalkeeper. I'm selling him so he has the opportunity to become a superstar because he's still stuck as our second string keeper behind Maxwell. But then someone like Ewan Ritchie, I'm selling to the mighty SC Cincinnati because he's at a crossroads in his career. 69 rated, 20 years of age, was down the pecking order. Again, another opportunity to get himself in line for a World Cup appearance. John Patterson, similar situation as Ritchie. And then Lucas Milligan heading to Hoffenheim, again, stuck behind Maxwell in the goalkeeper position. Another big year though in order for the lads. Duff, Logan, Gordon. We need everybody to have strong years besides basically Anderson and Doak. I mean, it would be nice for them to have good years, but they're also at the point where I'll probably sell them next year. Our final 2 games of Euro 2028 qualifiers are insane though. Italy followed by England. It doesn't get much bigger than that. I'm putting the team together for these final Euro qualifiers. Conway is 94 rated. Are you taking the piss? Oh my God, he's only 25 years of age. I've gone from thinking, oh yeah, it'd be nice if we could go on a Euros run to we could win the damn Euros. 94 rated. We got Italy and we only get a 1-1 draw even though they get a red card in the 7th minute. So this final game of qualifiers is massive. We need to win. We could finish all the way down the bottom in 4th if we lose to England. Scotland versus England. This for a spot in Euro 2028. And it is a draw. Oh my God. I'm kind of hoping it's a draw between or an Italy win or wait, no. I don't know what. My brain is scrambled now. It was an Italy win. So we are heading to Euro 2028 alongside Italy. So we're going to play through this year and I'll see you guys at Euro 2028 squad selections. Getting ready for Euro 2028 with the squad selection. And I made a great call selling Jack Malcolm earlier this year. He gets game time at Strasbourg, gets up to an 81. Maxwell up to an 84. Just feast your eyes on the insanity of this team. Oh, like we are Ferguson's 90. I'm scared to see what Conway's sitting at now. Conway's still 94. Doak's 88. Bell's 86. Oh my God, bring on the Euros. We can't sleep on the group, but I will say compared to the groups we've had earlier in this video, I can live with this. Croatia, Northern Ireland, and Norway. Although Haaland's going to be at his prime right now. So, and Erdogan. All right. We need to lock in. This isn't a guarantee, but given how good our team is, we should get out of this group. Ferguson is suspended for the first leg here. So Duff is going to come in, the youngster with the cool blonde mullet. First game against Northern Ireland and we lose. What? Oh no, that is not a good start. Duff misses a penalty. Why is he taking penalties and not Conway? Oh no, that is not the uphill battle we needed. A 3-2 loss to Northern Ireland. Ferguson back in after serving his suspension, but we're facing an uphill battle. Our Euros might be over as we're about to face Norway with Haaland and Erdegaard. 3-0. 3-0. That's exactly the bounce back we needed. Ferguson with a brace. Haaland with only a 6 rating. Beautiful. But we're not home and hosed here. Northern Ireland, top of the group. We are currently second, but we're versing Croatia. Here we go, fellas. No injuries or no suspensions from the second game. versus Croatia for a spot in the Euro 2028 knockout rounds. We get the win. We're going to be heading to the knockout rounds again. God, I was not feeling confident after that first game. Well, Italy, we meet again. We have Italy in the Euro 2028 quarterfinals. The goal of the video is to win the World Cup, but if we could win the Euros with Scotland, that would be massive. We are still alive. The left midfielder Doig is going to bag a goal in the 86th minute. Scotland are into the Euro semis. Germany beat Belgium. It is going to be Germany versus either France or Scotland in the Euro 2028 final. Let's see if we can get past Mbappe and make it Scotland. Oh, this is massive, lads. Miller into the starting 11 with the 85 rating. Come on, fellas. Come on, fellas. Come on, Scotland. Come on, Scotland. Come on, Scotland! Oh my God. Bradley Barcola gets a late equalizer for France, but Elliot Anderson and Conway are gonna go bang, bang. We're heading to Euro 2028 final with Scotland. And this means we face the team that eliminated us from the 2026 World Cup, Germany, in the Euro 2028 final. If this were the World Cup final, we would be playing it. For now, though, we are going to simulate it. Can we win Scotland? Their first ever major trophy, their first ever European Championship. Scotland versus Germany, and we do it! Barron off the bench. Oh my God. Nico Schlotterbeck straight red in the 7th minute. Germany put up a great fight, but we win the Euros with Scotland. An absolutely unbelievable feat. But now we need to see if we can do that in the 2030 World Cup. I'm going to do my business behind the scenes, sell off players, bring in new players, and I'll see you guys as we prepare for the World Cup. Just wait until you see this squad that we've got, lads. The past year and a half, 2 years have been really kind to us. I've sold off basically the entirety of our squad so that we can have an all-out attempt at this World Cup. Look at this. Maxwell and Malcolm are both 86 rated. Milligan's 81, Hickey's 86, Alistair Moffat is 86, Gordon up to an 84. Oh my goodness gracious me, lads. Ferguson 90, Elliot Anderson 89, Doig is 88. Oh, it just gets so good. Even the backups are insane. Ian Duff is 87, Logan's 84, Dave Brown, Watson, oh my God, Ewan Ritchie, who we sold to FC Cincinnati, is 81 rated, Conway's 94, Ben Doig is 92, Patrick Bell is 88. It is a ridiculous team, and if we don't win the World Cup this year, I am going to be shocked. But here is our group for the 2030 World Cup. Romania, Finland, and the side we versed in the round of 16 in 2026, Mexico. This is a group that I expect us to go undefeated in. I do not want to start like we did against Northern Ireland in the Euros. I want us to go all out and just wipe the floor here. Come on, Scotland. Finland are our first opponents. Elliot Anderson wearing the captain's armband for this World Cup. Can we take down the Finnish? The scoreline 2-0. Great start. The captain, Anderson. The two midfielders, Anderson and Miller, get us the goals, and we get our first win in the 2030 World Cup. Match day number 2 against Mexico. This is the toughest game of the group stages on paper. How can we go against the Mexicans? The game is a 3-0 win. Duff scores 1 minute after coming onto the pitch. Oh my God, we have to be a different level right now. Romania, bring it on. Can we go the entire group stages without a goal conceded? I mean, I'm pretty certain we've already qualified for the knockout rounds. Yeah, we have qualified because Finland play Mexico. That works in our favor. Here we go, fellas. For a perfect group stage in the 2023 World Cup, we get it. Not a single goal. No Hickey. Oh no, Hickey has been injured in the 3rd minute of that game. I was debating rotating some players. Oh, that could be our first slip up here in the World Cup. Hickey is out for the whole World Cup now. A pulled quad. Aaron Hickey, one of our star defenders, is out of the World Cup. We will try to move on here though. Round of 16, it's a team we've already faced. It's Croatia. We beat them in the Euros. Can we beat them in the World Cup? Our group mates Finland went out. Hungary still alive. Northern Ireland went out. Denmark beat Germany. Czech Republic beat the USA. Kieran Tierney is the man that comes into the right back role. We still look like an insane side, but losing him hurts, man. All right, here we go. Against Croatia. I'm nervous now. Sudden death. sudden death, and we win. Beautiful. We concede our first goal of the tournament, but I'm not too bothered. Dragovic scores too late as we move into the quarterfinals for our second successive World Cup. Quarterfinals are where we bowed out 4 years ago against Germany. No more Germany in the competition though. We're versing Hungary. And personally, lads, I'm hungry for a semi-final berth. I'm sorry I had to do it, but we are taking on the Hungarians here. This to make the furthest Scotland have ever gone in the World Cup. Hungary, we win 2-0, back to the clean sheets, and for the first time in the history of Scottish football into a World Cup semi-final, where we will be encountering the French. Lord, give me strength. We know we can take them down. We know we can, fellas. We've taken down France already in this video. Granted, that was a few years ago, but still, our squad is still mostly the same. I'm sure that's the same for France. Both teams are probably just strongly better. This is for a spot in a World Cup final. It doesn't get much bigger than this. The Italians have already qualified. Can we join them? A World Cup final, which we go to. It is the captain Anderson is going to score the goal to book Scotland a spot in the 2030 World Cup final. And Mbappe scored for France, but we don't care. Scotland in the World Cup final. We've already won the Euros in this video. Can we go from Euro champions to World Cup champions within 2 years? Italy, bring it on. I cannot believe the team we've built, and the best part about it is so many areas. We have a good 6-7 years still ahead of us. If we lose tonight against Italy, I'm gonna have to go and get some new players in at certain positions, but there are other positions where we are gonna be sweet for the remainder of this. Lewis Ferguson, potentially his last chance. He's in the prime of his career right now. Ian Duff, Dave Brown breathing for the next generation though. I am so excited, ladies and gentlemen. Bring it on, the World Cup final. It's the biggest stage of them all. I don't know what country we're playing in right now. If anybody knows where the 2030 World Cup's going, let me know. But can we beat Italy and become world champions? After 7 minutes, Italy have been shown a red card. That is a rough call, man. I thought that was going to be a yellow, but you know what? I'll take it. Italy down to 10 men and have 83 minutes still to play. Chiesa, what a save, Maxwell. Give him apart. Good ball there from Conway, putting it on a platter for Ferguson, who goes through. And the captain, or not the captain, one of the first superstars we had though, Ferguson, with a terrific finish. And I'm hoping the floodgates are going to open now. 1-0 Scotland in the World Cup final. Oh my God, why am I giving them so much space? Maxwell didn't know much about that, but it's not a great shot. Holding it up. Oh my God, look at the space. Josh. Oh, save Donnarumma, get the follow-up. No. Got a lot of names back, but they've still got space and they've got themselves an equalizer. 10-man Italy get themselves an equalizer. Chiesa has been such a target man for them. We have not looked comfortable. This is not good. Zoic, good ball under. Come on, be smart. Be smart. Oh my God, what a tackle. Need a really good ball here from Anderson. Find the head of Conway. Conway! Come on! That's exactly as we drew it up. And with 20 minutes to go, Scotland have the lead once again in the World Cup final. Italy are not out of this one yet, lads. They're going to get themselves a free kick here. They lay it off. I was trying to go for it. Get there. Oh my God, Maxwell, just clear it. What was that? Put it out wide. Beautiful. Great way to clear the lines. Go early. Come on, Anderson, the captain. Just take it to the corner. Take it to the corner. He out-muscles Parisi. Blow the whistle. Blow the whistle. Blow the whistle. Come on. Blow it. Blow it. Come on. Oh, that was so much more stressful than it needed to be. Italy, I've got to give them credit where credit's due. They played 83 minutes with 10 men, and they put up one hell of a fight. But we have won the World Cup with Scotland. Our 7-year journey is going to come to an end. What a moment it is. We're not even going to get to see them lift the trophy. Oh my God, EA, fix your game. Well, what you would be seeing right now is Elliot Anderson lifting the World Cup trophy. There it is, Elliot Anderson with the World Cup in hand. Scotland, the world's best nation. Lads, if you enjoyed this insane international rebuild, make sure you click here to subscribe and click here to watch another video.